Hello students, welcome to my channel Hans Commerce Tutorial for the lectures on commerce, accounts, finance and management. My suggestion to you, before watching the video, please go to the description below my video. You'll find a link there. Take a printout of the problems given in the link and keep it ready before watching the video so that you can be able to understand the problem, the solution and the explanation to get the maximum benefit from the lectures. Hello students. Thank you. Come on, we'll start problem number 6. Sixth problem, see carefully. A and B start business with capitals of rupees 80,000, 40,000 on 1st January 2005. New business is started on 1st Jan. Two partners, A and B. B is entitled to a salary of 500 rupees per month. Interest is allowed on capitals and is charged on drawings at 6% per annum. Profit are to be distributed equally after making the above adjustments. During the year, A withdraw 8,000, B 10,000. Profits before adjustments amounted to 50,000. Then, assuming the capitals to be fixed, prepare profit and loss account and the account relating to partners. So, we are required to prepare profit and loss appropriation account to find out the distributable profit. Then we have to make the partners current account and fixed capital account, because it is given in the problem that the partners are following fixed capital method. Then the capitals are fixed, then we have to make the current account. So you can see this is the profit and loss appropriation account. Profit is given in the problem 50,000 before making adjustment. Then interest on drawings. When interest on drawings is given, we have to assume that drawings are made in the middle of the year. Then interest will be calculated for 6 months. The total drawings are 8,000 A, 10,000 B. Rate of interest on drawings 6%. And we calculate for 6 months, 6 by 12. So 240 and 300 is the interest on drawings. Interest on capital will be calculated always for the full year. The beginning of the year capitals were 80,000, 40,000, 6%. These are the interest on capital. And salary of B is 500 rupees per month, 6,000. The net divisible profit is 37,340. The profit sharing ratio is equal, half. So 37,340 ka half, 18,670 is the profit of each partner. Now, partners are maintaining fixed capital method. So we have to make the current accounts, partners current account. We don't have opening balance. So directly we take the items from P&L account. The P&L appropriation account, debit side, interest on capital, salary and profit. 3 items are there on the debit side. Those 3 items we take it on the credit side. By interest on capital, by salary of B and profit. These 3 items. And drawings and interest on drawings. Credit side pe jo hai, that will be taken on debit side. To drawings to interest on drawings. So ultimately we'll get the balancing figure. So total 23,430 credit side, balancing figure 15,230. So 15,230 is the closing current account balance of A. B ka closing balance 16,770. The fixed capital. Capital will remain fixed. Beginning of the year, end of the year, the capital will remain fixed. That's all. Now take a pause and then copy down the solution. The next problem is admission of a partner. Now we are going, so far we have done the problems on partners' capital accounts regarding profit and loss appropriation account and preparing the partners' capital account, fixed capital method and fluctuating capital method. From now onwards, we are moving on to the next topic called admission of a partner. On the admission of a partner, a number of adjustments have to be made in accounts regarding the goodwill, regarding the revaluation of assets and liabilities, then accumulated profits, new profit sharing ratio, adjustment of partners' capital on the basis of new profit sharing ratio. These are the adjustments we have to make on admission of a partner. Now, first problem you see. Shravan and Swarup, this is problem number 7, 7th problem. Shravan and Swarup were sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 7:3. They were to admit a new partner and decided to introduce the following changes in the books of accounts. New partner is being admitted and the changes to be brought in the books are distribution of general reserve of 20,000. So before the new partner enters, the old partners Sravan and Swarup are having general reserve of 20,000. This will be distributed among the old partners. The entry is general reserve account data to Sravan's capital to Swarup's capital. जनरल रिजर्व को डेबिट करें तो क्लोज हो जाएगा और वो जनरल रिजर्व का अमाउंट ओल्ड पार्टनर्स के कैपिटल अकाउंट में क्रिएट कर देंगे. Revalue and alter the book value of furniture to 8,800 from its present book value of 10,200. Presently 10,200. Now we have to bring it down to 8,800. We have to reduce. अगर कोई एसेट को रिड्यूस करना है तो एसेट को क्रेडिट करना, अगर एसेट को बढ़ाना है तो एसेट को डेबिट करना. Here the furniture value has to be reduced. तो furniture should be credited and revaluation should be debited. तो revaluation account data to furniture account, whatever is the difference. Then decrease the provision for doubtful debts from 6,000 to 4,500. There was a provision for doubtful debts for rupees 6,000. Now we have to make it to 4,500. We have to reduce the provision. To reduce the provision, we have to debit the provision for doubtful debts. So entry will be provision for doubtful debts account data to revaluation. Record the newly admitted claim of 9,000 payable to employees as bonus. A new liability has to be brought into books. नई liability को लेकर आना है तो entry will be revaluation account data to bonus payable to bonus payable. Next one, write off 3,000 from book value of building. Write off 3,000 कम करना है building को तो revaluation account data to building. Write journal entries for the above and prepare revaluation account and general reserve account. So we are required to pass the journal entries and we are required to prepare two accounts, revaluation account and general reserve account. Right? So first, problem number 7, journal entries. Now, while passing the journal entry, I am not going to write the narration. I am explaining the narration. You write it down yourself, right? So first of all, the first entry is regarding the cash brought by the new partner. How much cash is bringing by the new partner? It is not given how much capital the new partner brings, but first entry will be general reserve. So entry will be general reserve account data to Sravan's capital to Swarup's capital. So general reserve is given in the problem as 20,000. 20,000. Now, this general reserve should be distributed between the partners in the old ratio. What is the old ratio given? Sravan and Swarup are sharing the profits in the ratio of 7:3. The profit sharing ratio is 7:3. 7:3 का मतलब 7/10, 3/10. So 20,000 into 7/10, you will get 14,000. 6,000. So 20,000 into 7/10, 14,000, 20,000 into 3/10, 6,000. Being the general reserve shared by old partners in old ratio. Being the general reserve shared by old partners in old ratio. Second one is furniture. The value of furniture should be decreased. Revaluation account data to furniture account. Revaluation account data to furniture account. It is given from 10,200 we have to bring down to 8,800. So 10,200 minus 8,800. कितना कम करना है ये? 1,400 value should be decreased. The furniture should be decreased by 1,400. Revaluation account data to furniture account. Next, provision for doubtful debts. Provision for doubtful debts account data to revaluation. It is given that provision for doubtful debts existing in the books are 6,000 and now we have to bring down to 4,500. So 6,000 minus 4,500, we have to decrease it by 1,500. Being the provision for doubtful debts decreased from 6,000 rupees to 4,500 rupees. So entry will be provision for doubtful debts account data to revaluation. Next one is revaluation account data to bonus payable. It is given a new liability has to be brought into books. The bonus payable is 9,000. एक नई लायबिलिटी है जो बैलेंस शीट में लिखी हुई नहीं है, अब लेकर आना है. ए न्यू लायबिलिटी हैज टू बी ब्रॉट. तो लायबिलिटीज को बढ़ाने के लिए लायबिलिटी को क्रेडिट करना. whenever if you want to increase the liability in credit the liability is bonus payable. So entry will be revaluation account data to bonus payable, being a new liability brought into books. Being a new liability brought into books. Next one is revaluation account data to building account. Revaluation account data to building account 3,000. Being the value of building decreased. So we have taken all, we have adjusted all. Now only thing is we have to find out whether there is profit or loss on revaluation. Being the value of building decreased. अब और एक entry आना है, one more entry have to come. So leaving one more entry's gap, I am going to prepare two accounts. A revaluation account and it is asking you to make one more account. In the problem it is asking you to make a general reserve account. It is asking you to make two accounts. Now general reserve already existing. So existing general reserve के लिए by balance brought down. क्योंकि न्यू पार्टनर आने से पहले जनरल रिजर्व था, तो जनरल रिजर्व जो पहले की बैलेंस शीट से है तो बाय बैलेंस ब्रॉट डाउन वी शुड टेक ऑल रिजर्व्स विल शो क्रेडिट बैलेंस. बट रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट इज अ न्यू अकाउंट, अभी बन रहा है तो इसका कोई बैलेंस नहीं होता. नाउ विल मेक द पोस्टिंग. जनरल रिजर्व अकाउंट डेटा टू श्रवंस कैपिटल टू स्वरूप्स कैपिटल. तो जनरल रिजर्व को डेबिट करना है तो डेबिट साइड टू श्रवंस कैपिटल to Swarup's capital. How much? To 14,000? 6,000. First entry posted. Now second entry revaluation account data to furniture. तो revaluation को debit करना है तो revaluation के account के debit side to furniture. How much? 1,400. Then next one provision for doubtful debts to revaluation. तो revaluation को credit करेंगे by provision for doubtful debts 1,500. Revaluation account data to bonus payable how much? 9,000. Next revaluation account data to building. रिवैल्यूएशन जहां पर डेबिट हो रहा है डेबिट साइड लिखेंगे, और यहां रिवैल्यूएशन क्रेडिट हो रहा है तो क्रेडिट साइड। तो बिल्डिंग 3000 over all the entries we have posted. Now we have to find out the balance in revaluation account, whether there is profit or loss. अगर क्रेडिट साइड ज्यादा है तो प्रॉफिट है, डेबिट साइड अगर ज्यादा है तो लॉस है, राइट? अब डेबिट साइड देखिए 9, 10, 13, 13,400. Debit side we have 13,400 and credit side we have only 1,500. Credit side बहुत कम है, debit side ज्यादा है, तो there is a loss. There is a loss. The entry will be old partners capital account debtor to revaluation. How much is the loss? 11,900. 11,900 is the loss. अब ये 11,900 लॉस जो आया है, इसको ओल्ड पार्टनर्स को डिवाइड कर देना इन ओल्ड रेशियो. व्हाट इज द ओल्ड रेशियो? 7:3. तो एंट्री विल बी श्रवण's कैपिटल अकाउंट डेटर स्वरूप्स कैपिटल अकाउंट डेटर टू रीवैल्यूएशन. तो क्रेडिट करेंगे 11,900. 11,900 is the loss. Now this will be divided in the ratio of 7:3, being the loss on revaluation. 8,330, 3,570. 11,900 into 7/10, you will get this amount. 11,900 into 3/10, you will get 3,570. Narration लिखेंगे, being the loss on revaluation transferred to old partners capital in old ratio. Being the loss on revaluation transferred to old partners capital in old ratio. Right? Now post this entry in the revaluation account. Revaluation account is credited by Shravan's capital, by Swarup's capital, loss, balancing figure. How much is the loss? 8,330, 3,570. Now both the sides will be equal, 13,400. Both the sides will be equal, 13,400. This is the first problem on admission of a partner. So if you listen this lecture, if you view this video once or twice, 2, 3 times, then definitely you can be able to get the command over journal entries regarding revaluation of assets and liabilities, regarding general reserve. Now, see the problem number 8. Sandeep and Pradeep are partners sharing profits in equal proportions, equal partners. Following is the balance sheet. Capital Sandeep Pradeep. Creditors, salaries outstanding. 2 outside liabilities. Building, furniture, investment, stock, bills receivable, sundry debtors less provision, cash at bank, cash at hand. Before Navdeep joins as partner, the following adjustments were to be made. New partner Navdeep is going to join. So before his joining, some adjustments are made in the books of accounts. Provision for doubtful debts to be raised to 13,000. Previous problem में provision for doubtful debts was reduced. Here it is increased. पहले से provision for doubtful debts 8,000 rupees बैलेंस शीट में है, उसको बढ़ाकर 13,000 कर दो बोल रहा हूं. So from 8,000 we have to increase it to 13,000. That means 5,000 rupees provision we have to increase. So entry will be revaluation account data to provision for doubtful debts. Provision for doubtful debts को बढ़ाने के लिए क्रेडिट करना, कम करने के लिए डेबिट करना. प्रीवियस प्रॉब्लम में कम करे थे तो प्रोविजन फॉर डाउटफुल डेट्स वाज डेबिटेड, बट हियर इंक्रीज करना है, क्रेडिट कर. बिल्डिंग एंड फर्नीचर आर रीवैल्यूड 80,000 and 9,000. What is the balance sheet of building? 74. 74 से बढ़ा के 80 कर दो बोल रहा हूं, 6,000 रुपीज बिल्डिंग वी हैव टू इंक्रीज, बिल्डिंग अकाउंट डेटा टू रिवैल्यूएशन। फर्नीचर को 9,000 कर दो, बैलेंस शीट में फर्नीचर 10,000 है, डिक्रीज इट, तो रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट डेटा टू फर्नीचर अकाउंट 1,000। A claim of 3,000 by an ex-employee of the firm is to be admitted in new liability. एक employee है, ex-employee है, he has made a claim towards the company and the company has to pay it. Company has admitted to pay it in new liability. Revaluation account data to claim payable. Pass journal entries and prepare revaluation account and balance sheet after giving effect to the above before admission of Navdeep. नवदीप आने से पहले ये पूरे एडजस्टमेंट कर हमको बैलेंस शीट बनाना है। वी हैव टू प्रिपेयर द बैलेंस शीट ऑफ द ओल्ड पार्टनर्स। तो फर्स्ट यू राइट ऑन जर्नल एंट्रीज। 8th प्रॉब्लम, now problem number 8. Now, first provision is provision for doubtful debts to be raised. So entry will be revaluation account data to provision for doubtful debts. Revaluation account data to provision for doubtful debts. 13,000 minus 8,000. 5,000 rupees provision we have to increase. पहले से बैलेंस शीट में 8,000 है, लेकिन वो बता रहा है कि 13,000 तक पहुंचा दो, तो फ्रॉम 8 to 13,000 5,000 rupees न्यू प्रोविजन वी हैव टू मेक. तो एंट्री विल बी रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट डेटा टू प्रोविजन, being the provision for doubtful debts increased. Narration being the provision for doubtful debts increased. Second, building value has to be increased. Building account data to revaluation. How much building has to be increased? 74,000 से बढ़ाकर 80,000 कर देना है, तो 80,000 minus 74,000, it will be 6,000. So building has to be increased by 6,000. Being the value of building increased. Furniture को कम करना है, तो revaluation account data to furniture account. Revaluation account data to furniture account 1,000. Being the value of furniture decreased. Being the value of furniture decreased. Next, revaluation account data to claim payable. New liability has to be brought into books. So revaluation to claim payable 3,000. Being a new liability brought into books. Next one is, last one is regarding the profit or loss. वो profit or loss की entry बाद में, first of all we have to find out the revaluation account. We have to prepare the revaluation account. To find out the profit or loss on revaluation. Revaluation account has to be prepared to find out the profit or loss on revaluation. तो फर्स्ट रिवैल्यूएशन को डेबिट करना, रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट डेटार, तो डेबिट करेंगे टू व्हाट इज द ऑपोजिट नेम, प्रोविजन, 5000. First entry posted. Building account data to revaluation. Revaluation account is credited, तो credit side by building 6000. Revaluation account is debited, so debit side to furniture 1000. Now revaluation account is debited to claim payable 3000. That's all. We have posted all the entries into the ledger account to find out the profit or loss. अगर डेबिट साइड ज्यादा है तो लॉस है, क्रेडिट साइड ज्यादा है तो प्रॉफिट है. तो डेबिट साइड 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9000. 9000 minus 6000. 9000 minus 6000. 3000 there is a loss. Loss हो गया. तो old partners capital account will be debited. तो who are the old partners? The old partners are Sandeep and Pradeep. Sandeep capital account data, Pradeep capital account data to revaluation. How much is the loss we are getting? 9000 minus 6000 is 3000. 3000. What is the profit sharing ratio? It is given in the problem. Profit sharing ratio is equal, half of. तो 3000 का आधा 50%, 1500, 1500. Sandeep capital account data, Pradeep capital account data to revaluation. Being the loss on revaluation, shared by old partners in old ratio. Loss on revaluation shared by old partners in old ratio. Now post this entry. Revaluation account credit side by Sandeep capital, by Pradeep capital. Or so only there is a loss. कितना loss हुआ? 1500 rupees का loss हो गया. No other profit, no other loss is there except this loss. Now we are required to prepare